Hello, 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 hello. Can you guys hear me talk or no? How is the sound? Hello, can you guys hear me? All right, we'll start in a few minutes. In about a minute, actually. What about now, Benjamin? I see. And now? Hello, what about now? How's it? And is the sound okay? Can you guys hear me? Just want to test out the. Alright, we'll go with this, I guess. Oh, alright, so let's start it up. I think we waited long enough. If anyone else joins, they'll join. Alright, so let's go over yesterday. Let me hold on, let me mute our chat room for Option Pros so no sounds come up from there. 2 hours. Alright, yesterday. Let's go over what happened yesterday. Just quick brainstorm of what happened, what we did. We'll go over QQQ and we'll go over yeah, we'll go over QQQ. So let's go over QQQ. Zoom in on the chart. Alright, this is QQQ yesterday. Hold on. Let me do this actually. What was yesterday's date? 11/13. 11/13, the 5-minute mark. Alright, this was oh, sorry. Wrong date actually. 12. So this was QQQ yesterday. Let me look at the time frames that we were playing around with. Yesterday we were playing around with QQQ at around 10:42. Okay. So QQQ here. Yesterday we started. I know some of you guys bought calls at the open because it started bullish this candle, but As we always say, wait it out in the morning, see what the pattern is, see what the trend is. So opening candle, it actually opened the green, but then it sold off deep, and then it broke the 5-minute opening support. So this line is the 5-minute top, and this line is the 5-minute low. The strategy with the 5-minute low and the 5-minute high is if it goes above or under is the direction you should trade at the open. It doesn't always work, but it's something that you can try to trade. So hypothetically speaking, you could have done that. Once you saw this bar break under this candle, you go short and you would have made a lot of money. But anyways, that's not what we did. We like to be patient at Option Pros. So what we did is we watched the open, we opened high, we faded, faded even lower, and then we kind of try to hold up. We try to pop, but then I believe we go short right around here, the break of this area. So we broke this area right here. If you guys can see my marking, I'm gonna mark it new for you guys. Actually, I'm gonna use a new drawing for you guys. I'm gonna go to the YouTube version. Here's the YouTube version for us. We broke this candle right here. Is when we went short. This area. We broke that. That's when we initiated a short around 1040. We shorted it via the 167 put, which is 167 was a old support level, so that's why we went with the 167. It doesn't seem like this is the right value for some reason. Give me 1 second just to see what's going on. Yeah, the chart is a little off for some reason. Let's just do this. There's some info. Yeah, this is wrong. I don't know why this is. Something's up. Yeah, I don't know why, but the values on the chart are a little off right now. Not too sure why. This is odd. Hold on. Yeah, this is what I meant by earlier. I was having some trouble. Yeah, the values are wrong. Let's close this. I think there should be something about that thing that I turned on was fucking it up. Alright. Excuse that. So we bought the 167 put weekly, the 167 put at $1.90 here. And we basically wrote down the momentum. Because basically you hold this area and you eventually break. This is your breaking point market. This is your breaking point. So the momentum is clearly down and we went short. You can also see the break with volume, marking it right now. See the volume break, full candle, so strong momentum downward, and it was a very fast trade. We made money really fast on this trade. What else can we Let's actually zoom in and look at this in like as if it was real time. So let's stare at the screen over here. All right, so yeah, the reason I like to do those step-by-step reviews in the chat room is actually because it's easier to like do the step-by-step and quiz you guys. But since we're here anyways, we just do it like this. So let's pretend this is real time yesterday, and we'll go step by step. By now, so we're watching it come down, come down, come down. We draw a line here, support line. If it breaks this line, is when we go short. Let me fix the volume so we can see the volume easier. Volume, bring this down. There we go, here's the volume. So, alright, so let's move this over. You can see the candles are weak. You see this big sell volume? This is big. This is a lot. We want to see some follow through, or we want to see it break this level, and then it'll crash further. So, you know, weak. This is a ugly candle. This is an inverted hammer, which is going down with some volume. So you're already thinking like it's a weak bounce. This was a decent candle, but we want to see some follow through. Let's see if there's follow through. No follow through. They sold it. Sold that VWAP. So right here is where we are thinking of shorting. It broke through, but it bounced up again. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do at this point? Tell me what you want to do at this point. I'm gonna wait for some answers in the text box on the YouTube page. Yeah, some volume. You want to see some volume, or you want to see a candle, a full candle, or you want to see a weak candle? See, this is a weak candle. This is a neutral Let's go over some candles. This is neutral. This is very bearish. This is semi bullish, sort of neutral because they sold it halfway. This is neutral. This is bearish. This is bullish. This is bearish. This is sort of bearish, but they bought the low. So we want to see a candle or a breaking of this level or volume. And bang, there you go. That's when you initiate your short, or you wait for the next candle just to be safe. But you're under this level, so now you know momentum's going down. And another good thing is if you guys throw on the 10 and the 20 SMA, the simple moving averages. So my simple moving averages is the white line, I believe. Let me zoom back. No, let's not zoom out. As long as it stays under, you know, what's the white line? Let me see which one is this white line. Okay, so this is a 10. So this is a 10 MA. It's closing underneath it. That's good for, a short. So you see the volume. So you're kind of confirmed already, because this is the Y. So you have this level here. You saw it test it. You saw it bounce, and then you saw the break. That's when you go short. So that's when we initiated that QQQ put. And bang, there you go. Breakdown. Kaboom. Volume 2. Nice solid candle. Still going down. Still going down. Very nice. Very, very nice. And I labeled the trade alert had 167 as the price target. If you guys go back to the alert. And that's when we should have covered, and that's where we did cover. At least trim it or whatever. And we trimmed, and then it went lower, and we closed the rest. Closed the rest around, I think, down here somewhere. So let's zoom back out. So so this is the ride we took. We rode this down. That's a nice downward channel, quick and fast, easy money, easy profit. What more can we say about this? And if you wanted, you could have drawn a channel from here to here. Let's delete this so it's clear. You see that? You see that? You could have shorted. Basically, shorting around here was your goal, and that's what we did. And the breakdown, and you could have see through this channel, like ride it until it broke. So it broke here. So you could have closed it here at initial support at 167 down here. Not be to be greedy and take the money, or right here when it broke back up, broke out of this channel right here. So that's how we traded QQQ. It was very easy money. I think average sale was like a 33 or so percentage gain. It was easy, nice and simple. What else? Yep, you guys are right. Follow through volume, channel, candle. It fit all the requirements for a breakdown trade. So we closed the QQQ puts there. Money, easy money. Let's see. Oh, let's also look at volume. So say we wrote it all the way down to 167. Then you want to look for support, right? So no support. Right here is some sort of support. This is why also to sell it. We sold it. You see this? Well, this second bar is not very good, but that first bar shows volume trying to lift it. And that's why you probably would have closed it since it's, support 167. You gotta respect the supports just in case. But then we broke down more, but there was no follow through. This full candle with this. And then we lift it back up here with decent volume. Except for these two bars. And then I believe we tried to do a long here. But it didn't really give us that much juice. Why? Because of try to go on the basis of this candle with this volume, but then if we didn't take profit, you see it goes fades back lower, and you could have also drawn a channel like from here to here to try to play a slight uptrend off the lows, but clearly it failed right here. Didn't go above this old intraday resistance, and this volume wasn't very good. There was no follow through on this candle right here with the volume. It faded. Let's zoom back out. Zoom back in. So we left off right here, and then it faded again, and we said to just take it easy. We did do like a SPY trade that Option Pros 1 did, which is who you're working with right now. The reason we did that was because, let's go to my YouTube drawing. Let's look at the time stamp on that. Was 350. 350 mark. So this is the end of the 350 mark. This is this my YouTube? Yeah. Yes, these are old drawings. So the 350 mark, we said how me and Option Pros 2 said how we tested the 273 mark. You see the 273 line right here? Multiple times. Here's one. Here's two. Here's three. Here's 4 and 5. We said it's going to eventually break and it's going to slide fast. Ideally, that trade, that SPY put at the very last 10 minutes, ideally, one would have closed it because it was like up 25-30% really fast due to this candle right here. Basically, this candle dropped one full dollar on SPY. Yeah, that was your a nice trim, but we did think we would go lower, but we obviously opened higher today to fade lower. Overall, very choppy action. So, does anyone have questions regarding yesterday, not today? What are the arrows above and below candles? The arrows above and below candles are, they are automatic signals from Thinkorswim. They read dojis. I'll show you on my screen actually. Um, is this in strategies? Hold on. Is it not here? It's lagging. Sorry. I don't know why it's lagging. Hold on. I think it's in. It's what? Where are my strategies? You can't see it here, but hold on. Let's see if Um, I'll just explain. Basically, um, the little arrows are basically so you could turn on like signal readers, so like candle readers. So for example, you could turn this on. Quick study. Where are all my studies located? Anyways, like for example, you guys look at my screen, bearish and bullish candlestick patterns. You could turn these on. Like for example, Doji. It will start reading. What the hell's going on? See, I don't. Something's acting up for some reason. Hold on. Let me load this thing back. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It's they read those arrows are like candlestick pattern readings. So these are some readings it could do along like a doji, harami, engulfing, doji. So it recognizes the candles for you and they'll, try to give you a signal. So this is a up signal from what Thinkorswim reads. Up signal, down signal, down signal. So those are what the arrows are. I don't really use the arrows because I know how the candlesticks look. For the most part, if you could read the candles on your own, that's better. Because if you can see, there's a lot of markings. You go a little crazy trying to follow that shit. Anyways, any questions on yesterday? 8 EMA and 4 EMA, I don't really use that, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, Brett. Um, I like to use 10 and 20 or 9 and 20, just from personal experimenting. A way to use the EMA is, for example, so I changed my EMAs to white and blue. Blue is 20, white is 10. Purple is VWAP. So that's why, like, say you want to short, you would short here, you see? Rejection at VWAP. I believe we called that out too yesterday. Or is this today? Getting confused. Yeah, that was yesterday. Sorry. Yeah, we called that out. Rejection at VWAP. I think some of you guys went short again, which was great. Great job. Um, a way to use the EMAs is, for example, this is not that good here. So if going short, you want it to stay under the EMA. I mean, EMAs and the SMAs. You want it to stay under. If it breaks over it, it doesn't mean buy. It just means no trade. So don't trade this area, this empty space. Don't trade it when it's in between these lines. As long as it stays under the lines, it's still a short. So right here, remember we said if you wrote those puts, you could also sell it here as it tried to break above it. And then over here was a crossover. So this is no trade zone. This is not buy or sell. It's a area of consolidation. In between is not good. And then eventually cross back over under and it stayed under. And then it went back above. So this was very choppy in between the lines. You don't want to trade in between the lines. You want to trade above or under. So this was above, but then it failed right here. You would have closed. Break back under, and then you go short. Look, reject. See the crossover. Stay under. Stay under. Under, and Kaboom to end the day right here. That's just another strategy to help you throughout the day, watching the 10 and 20. 20 is the stronger trend. 10 is the, the more short-term trend to go with, to follow. And VWAP is pretty good if, you know, you want to go short, so you go short here. Or if you want to go long, you could, if you want to go long, you don't buy this breakout of VWAP. You don't buy this. How you would use VWAP is, for example, first you would have shorted this rejection, and then you cover whatever this you think is a break up. So ideally you want to buy VWAP, but you need to see if it holds it, which it didn't, so you don't want to buy it. But then back under is short. That's just another strategy you could use. So we spoke about the 20, 10, VWAP, talked about channels, support, candle, volume, all that good stuff. So today was definitely one heck of a day. The market was everywhere, all over the place. The purple line's VWAP. Yeah. This is Thinkorswim. Yeah, white and blue line is the 10. So white line is the 10, the blue line is the 20. Hold on, let me just write another message. All right, today, this is SPY today. Oh, let me just do one more thing for yesterday. I want you guys to continue to do the channels that we always preach. So we traded this channel yesterday on the QQQ. Nice trade. You could have tried to trade this little uptrend, but over here you gotta close it. Basically, each time it breaks the channel, you want to be out of the trade. So broke channel right here, broke this up channel here. Nothing really here going on. Lunchtime area doesn't, lunchtime you want to try to avoid trading. So 2 p.m. mark is when we start another big move. Ideally short right here, and boom, broke even under the channel. Just trying to show you guys channels so you guys can continue to see them, use them. Yeah. And you could have even drawn a bigger channel overall for the day. So this was the bigger picture. You could have created a channel like this too, or like this. Just trade along these channels. Rejection, so you short, go under. It breaks, you either close or you change direction. Really depends on the volume and candles too. So, just because it breaks doesn't mean it's going up. Just means it's no longer trading in that trend, that pattern. Traders are changing their, their sentiment, at least for that time frame, that time period. Um, let's go to today. Today. So today, Option Pros 2 did a very good spy put, but he he did alert to just close it at break even if you wanted to. If anyone held, he did a great job holding. Not to give any excuses for him, but he told me he was busy, so he couldn't manage the trade for you guys. So that is why he did close it. But if you didn't close it and you held it, great job. We'll go over that in a bit. But let's go over Amazon. Amazon, man, that was quite annoying today. This is my Amazon drawing, but let's change it to YouTube. So Amazon, man. So initially the trade was already, once we entered the trade, it was up like $400, like one six, like 15%, but couldn't even close it on the reversal because it was so fast. Um, and it was a very unexpected reversal. At least I didn't see it coming. That was a very violent rip, but then it was a very violent fade. So let's zoom in on today. So let's do a little practice. Yeah, Brett, SPY was very easy to day trade today. Unfortunately, um, Amazon messed up my mojo, so I wasn't able to do my personal day trades for SPY. But yeah, it was pretty easy in terms of all the swings. If you're able to catch them, it's just a lot harder to alert all these day trades because it's happening fast and it's happening furious, and sometimes the entry points fly, and then you guys are like, oh, it's not in range anymore, and sometimes the entry points that we give, you will get it cheaper. So there's pros and cons to it all. Um, there are more lines pink on top, purple line. How are they useful? Pink lines? I don't think there's pink lines. Is there a pink line? I don't see a pink line. Talking about this line? Oh, this line is just part of VVAP, but in my mind it's pretty useless. I don't know why, Thinkorswim has 3 lines for VVAP. Basically, there's the high. Oh wait, what line is this? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, actually. Let me make sure what those lines are. I think they are the 50 and the... No, that's yellow. This is purple. So this purple line is the... What is it? The purple line is the 200 EMA. I mean, excuse me. As the 200 day. This pink line is part of revamp. Pretty useless, in my opinion. I guess it wasn't useless here. And I guess it wasn't useless here. This is the bottom VVAP, this is the middle. Usually people only use the middle. Actually, now that you bring it to my attention, looks like VVAP kind of worked out here. Here. Then again, it could have worked out here, here, all over the place. Just stick to the middle, my opinion. But I guess it did kind of help here and here. Alright, so Amazon. Let's zoom in into this monster. Won't let me zoom in. So Amazon, we opened here, went all the way up, and we sold off a little bit. Opened the green, try to go higher. So this line, remember, if you guys have Thinkorswim, just message me on in the Slack group, and I'll send you this study. It basically, once the 5-minute candle opens, it will mark the top, this line, and it'll mark the bottom, the red line, or whatever color you set it to. Then you'll see what happens with these two lines. So we tried to break up, we couldn't, we failed, we dumped, nice and golf. That's not a good candle to see if you're bullish. This is why you don't buy the open, guys. So like, if you only bought here to sell here, then yeah, that's great. You better sell within that 5 minutes. But for most traders, that's too fast. And for us to alert you guys, that's too fast. And also, it's just too much going on in the open for you to really, you know, make money. Because in 15 minutes, you lost all your profit. And now you probably don't know what to do. Because it's not going anywhere. You don't know where it's going. Is it going up? Is it going down? Like, you don't see all this. You only see this right now. But anyways, so this made us bearish. This is bearish. Try to push resistance, and it failed. And then we're trying to see a breakdown. You see this breakdown right here? So right here, we're thinking bearish under the 50 man. 1650. And I guess we were late to the short, because ideally I had the short idea ready and prepared. I wanted to short it when it crossed under this 5-minute low, but I hesitated because I wanted to see a little more action. But if we shorted there, we could have made even more money and just maybe closed it at 1615, which was a previous, you guys should know the levels by now, 1615, previous bounce level. I should have been more on top of that, because if you guys remember, 1615 bounced really, really hard several times in the last month. So, but things was moving so fast, couldn't really, grasp everything all at once. But anyways, let's go over it. Ideally, short here. That was my goal initially, but it was moving so fast. Then we shorted at this breakdown of 1640. I mean 1630. Let me look at the timestamp actually. Timestamp was 10:03. Yeah, we shorted this bar right here, and it slid so fast down to 1615. This you see that my level? I guess we could have closed for $400 profit right there, quick and easy. But what happened was the market brought it back up really fast. Not just Amazon, it was overall markets. It wasn't Amazon that just did this. Everything did this. Most of everything. SPY, QQQ. But we wanted to, so we held it, not saying 1615 is not gonna bounce, but we want to see a retest, which never happened. A warning sign to sell it too was this volume. See this large volume? This large volume to pick it up. You guys know how we always say look for the reversal candle in the volume? Here it is. This is the candle right here. This is the volume. But like I said, things were dropping so fast. It was, that this is why alerting day trades is very difficult sometimes. So this was fast and furious, but we weren't able to close it fast enough since it was that fast. Um, and I guess ideally we would have closed it right here for a loss. This breaking point of the channel of Amazon channel. We'll go over the other. We'll go over SPY and QQQ in a bit. This break, I guess, you could have taken the L right here. But the market was so bearish and so bearishly fast. Didn't think it was gonna pop this hard this fast. As you saw, it faded back down. This was another selling area we could have sold. But like I said, it was pretty bearish, that this fade right here. So we thought we would retest back down here, but we never did. And then these are not very bullish candles to start with. And then next thing you know, we got this nice full candle, not very bullish, and then it ripped somehow, like a huge rip. So the mistake was, one, we were supposed to short right here, this break, and cover here, but we didn't. What we did was short here and should have covered here. But like I said, this candle ripped up fast, and then this ripped up extremely fast. Both we were still, bearish, and this had no follow through. We mentioned something about follow through. There was not enough follow through today. No follow through here. See this? No follow through on the selling. Let's zoom out a little bit. Then it ripped up fast. I did actually want to buy a call trade around here to ride it as high as possible, like as a hedge against the put. Tried to, but it was just moving too irrational and too erratic. Also, it was trying to manage the trade and calm everyone's nerves. Because I'll show you guys in a sec what we saw in the SPY and QQQ chart. Uh, so let's zoom in on this action. If you guys were watching Amazon chart, up here was clear top. Why, you say? Easy. This is a bearish candle. This is bearish, unable to break, engulf, unable to break, failed break of resistance. No follow through on this volume, you see it? And yeah. So, I spoke to one of you guys, and I actually wanted to buy a new put up here, actually, the 1660 put for $23. Basically, $23 was the low, too. Basically, it was up here. I'll mark it. Basically, it was this top that I wanted to short. And man, would have made so much fucking money. This top, you see it? Unable to break it. Um, the trade was for $23, the weekly, and it went as high as 48, but ideally probably would have covered by 43. So $2,000 per contract we would have made. Um, that's almost 4 grand if you bought two. So yeah, it was a killer trade idea, but didn't execute it. Um, it was just was already stuck in the Amazon put. Wasn't in the mood, but that is my fault in that case. Shouldn't be emotional. Tell you guys don't be emotional all the time. I was a little emotional about how Amazon and the market ripped for no reason. But yeah, you can see the top here. And the reason why I stayed so calm was because I saw the top. We saw the top, and I'll show you guys why on QQQ and SPY. You'll see why. Um, so right here is when you could have started drawing a bear channel. This top right here. Probably like this. I had, I think in my regular drawing, I had a channel drawing like that. So let's zoom in on this action. Zoom in a little more so you guys can see. So you could have shorted right here, this break of this line again. Nice engulf, short, create a channel, just short, and follow the short. And yeah, I had a channel on this. I believe Option Pros 2 had a channel on this too. Well, he had a channel on SPY. So we were just following that all day. You guys go to the chat room. It's available in the chat room. We kept posting the channels. Basically, it was downtrending. There's nothing more to say really. And it went down to the 50. It tried to hold 50, and then it broke down to the 40. And then I guess you could have covered the put at 40. And then it broke the channel for a bit. So this would be like a no trade, or you exit the put. Um, this was like a small reversal, but not enough follow through to push it up. This was decent volume, but no follow through. You see this candle? And if you guys message me on Slack, I will also give you a signal, a study that will basically read the waves of a chart. It works very well on the daily and the 4-hourly, but it sort of does work in any time frame. You just have to be the judge. The what I'm talking about is you see this one, this number one is following this white line. There's number two. So these are waves. So this wave one. Wave one is going up. Wave two is supposed to go down. Wave three is supposed to go up, and wave four is supposed to go down. So that's basically is sort of like an Elliott wave. Elliott wave is basically things move in waves. So wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, wave five. So yeah, so that's another thing if you want to message me for. So there's uh, the waves, and what was the other thing you guys can message me about? Let's see what the studies are. Oh, and the 5-minute and 15-minute opening bars. Okay. So we didn't panic. I believe we sold. Yeah, we sold Amazon around 16:30 because that's a major area. We took a way smaller loss. It was about, I think, 20-25%. Most of you guys had it cheaper, so you guys lost less than me. But it was overall It was good for, what happened. Could have been way worse, but we didn't panic. The reason we didn't panic was because this top and then just very bearish downward move. Just to update you guys, futures are actually dropping. If you guys can see right here, SPY closed at 72, is at 29. It was up. It was actually up 273.50 a moment ago. Now it's fading. Break below 72 and you'll see 270. I'll show you guys. So yeah, and then we kept holding. Big fade right here. You see this fade? You draw a sharp channel. You ride the shit out of this channel. You cover when it breaks. Why do you cover these channels? These sharp channels. Why? Because they're sharp moves. Sharp moves result in, a sharp reversal. And you want to take advantage of these sharp channels because not all moves are going to be this sharp. So if you could catch one of these sharp moves, you need to take profit when you see fit. Because, for example, I'm going to just draw a random channel. This is a slow channel, right? It's gradually going down. But look at this channel. This is quick and fast. So once you see it stop right here, you get out. So this was a fast trade. Look at this. 54 to 30. That's a $24 move. That's a lot of money for Amazon. I think that's at least a 30% gain. That is at least, let's do the math. If your delta is 5.5 and it moves $24, so that's 0.5 times 24. That's $1,200 you just made. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's $1,200 you just made if you are using a option that has a delta of 50 cents, 0.5. What I mean, most of you guys should know what I mean, so let's look at the options. A delta of 0.5 at this point would be, this put 3.5. So you multiply the delta times the dollar move, and then you could get a estimate on how much the option will make. So we covered here, finally got it out of that freaking trade. And that was that. Let's go over to SPY. SPY was more interesting. Yeah, trail stop could have worked too. Trail stop. Um, Not sure how much trail stop for Amazon should be. Haven't really played with trail stop yet on Amazon. Um, I guess Amazon trail stop could be, let's say, under a $10 move. Let's say $8 move. So eight times your delta. So if your delta is 0.5, $400 trail stop. So $4 trail stop. So it really depends on your risk tolerance for Amazon. Um, let's do SPY. Option Pros 2 alert SPY put, which I wish, people held, because I did try SPY put as well. He threw it on at 1140. Let's take a look at 1140. 1140 right here. Let's highlight this. So SPY, made a top right here, and 1140 is right here, And I believe he made a channel starting right here, going down here. There you go, you see that? See that movement? But he closed it because he couldn't manage it, which is, okay. But as you can see, it topped out, fade, big red bars versus green bars. Um, and the volume, you see the volume with my mouse at? Sell volume, invert it. So, look at the sell volume. You could have covered here, you got scared. Or just see it test again. It tested and it broke. Could have sold here again, or just see if we just revamp. It broke briefly and then it got rejected again, which pretty short it here too. Back down into the channel. You see it slide back in the channel. Um, yeah, and basically just faded all the way down to 272. Here's 272 and why it mattered. And here's 273. See how 273 matters? It holds, it breaks. Finally broke. It broke, went all the way down to 272, tried to hold it, broke briefly, but look how fast it got bought back up. So you don't want to be short at this point because buyers, because reversal candle, a little bit, expect buyers here basically. And then it closed back above 72, it tried to stay above, kept going up and down here. Very untradeable right here. Up, down, up, down. And the moves here is not big enough for you to make money. I mean, you could make money, but you gotta be extremely fast. And most of you guys aren't. Not taking credit away from you guys, but it's really hard. You gotta be in and out in a matter of minutes. This is an old area. You see how it holds. It's only 130. And yeah. Um, here's why 270 is available if if breaks 272. 272 is where? Right here. How many days? Let's do 272. Last night. Here we go. Right on. This is all the action at 272. So here's 272. See this line? Rejection, it goes down. Rejection, it goes down. Rejection. Basically, you want to see this. Rejection of break under here and you slide at least down here to two. Where's 272? 272 is right here. So you break this, you go to here, which is 270. And then you have like little levels here, 270. And if you break under 270, you can see all the trouble, this much trouble. Under 270, you can fall as far as 265. See that? This is all under 270. See all that action in between 270? And here's action in between under 272. See that? Under 272 right here, you could test 270. On the daily as well, there's a daily. 272. The lines are 272, you break into here. 270. This bar goes to 269. 270. 270. Yeah, you guys get the point. 270, see? See the low? Look on the top of the screen. Low is 270. So that's the risk of breaking down. I guess in today's case, if it breaks down 271.30, it'll go to 270. And as you guys can see, we mentioned the daily, and look at the daily. We rallied off the lows, nice rally, 8% rally. See MACD, we peaked out here, and we then was a good short. Look, little volume, couldn't push up, and we sold off. Very nice, strong volume too. MACD momentum coming down. MACD lines are coming back down closer to each other. So overall, the daily is not very well set up. Overall, probably still short, but just gotta take it day by day. See the 4-hourly. If there's any volume. So here's a 4-hourly that we like to use a lot too. Strong volume, but then no follow through here. So you're short here. Strong sell volume, strong. This is an ugly close. See this candle? Inverted candle. Actually, no. Sorry. You can't see it clearly, but it closed in the middle. So buyers and bears definitely, buyers and sellers definitely fought. What you want to see is, you want to see it hold today's lows and work its way back up to around 274. If it doesn't hold, then I'll see you guys at 270. Under 270, you guys saw the trouble that could happen. 265. But yeah, as you guys can see, under 273, you see 272. 272, breakdown, you see all this action down here. At least 70 cents drop. So Nader, futures are red, yes, but technically SPY and QQQ is up, is because futures futures close later than SPY does. So futures closed green. I mean higher than it opened back up at 6. So it is red, but technically we're still above. As you can see, you look at my screen, 272 closed. Right now it's at 272.22. So yes, futures are red, but technically we're still higher than we closed today. But just take a quick look at futures. What I mean is, for example, so we closed futures at 27227.75 right here. And as you can see, we're slightly higher than that. Break under this is 272 on SPY. Break under this, see you guys at 270. But they're trying to hold it above. So but you see this resistance, 2741, shut down again, unable to break. You see this? Solid, huh? 2741. rejection, back down, almost a 20-point drop. If you're short, you want to see this. You want to see ES stay under this. You want it to be here and under. And then you want to see it reject this. So you want to see it under here and go down. You want to see rejection here. And then you want to see it fade lower. Like that. Just like I drew. Under, up, can't break, back above, and then you slide lower. Well, that was a nice 80-minute session. Any questions? A lot of you guys left already. Probably got bored. Ask all your questions now. We'll do like a 5-minute questions. A moment bars change color from bright to dark time to switch straight. I'm not understanding your question, Pranay. So volume bars change color from bright to dark? Not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean by bright to dark? Oh, that's not volume. That is that is that's MACD. This is MACD. This is volume. The blue ones are volume. This is MACD. So this is MACD histogram, and this is MACD lines. When the MACD histogram turns dark, it means momentum's fading. But you need to judge the candles on your own, because let's not look at futures, because futures could trade wildly. Look at SPY. Like right here, see the MACD histogram peak and then fade. So you wanted a short. This is a good time to short, and then see how far down it went. It turned red too. Could have covered right here, or you could just kept going. But it's don't follow strictly on MACD, because, for example, where is example that I could show you? So this is pretty good right here, but for example, right here, green and then kaboom, you don't see this coming. I guess this is also a good example of what happened with Amazon. Kaboom, but then you didn't see this kaboom higher. It was very wacky right here. But yeah, see, sometimes MACD don't work. The thing is going up and then kaboom, it drops. Or you think it's going lower here and then kaboom, it goes up. See? But this is a solid pattern to see. Nice strong ones and then fade. And then fade, fade, fade. Could buy some calls, but then not strong enough to fade it even more, short again. But yeah, when it fades dark, it means it's losing momentum. If it's fading red or fading green, it means it's losing momentum. In that direction. When it's solid color, it means it's strong. Yeah, Nader. Thinkorswim's MACD is pretty awesome. I have E-Trade too, and E-Trade doesn't do that. So yeah, Thinkorswim's platform I like very much. And Thinkorswim, you could make the custom scripts that I told you about. For example, the custom scripts that I have are the Elliott wave rings, which is the pro ring I have here. You can't get this on your own. You gotta create a script, basically code it, and then these two studies is the 5 minute, the 15-minute opening bars. Yeah. In the video, we can do it in the video real quick. All right, in the video. Um, we went over NVIDIA a few times, 2 weeks ago, I believe, and we called it to perfection that it was gonna drop hard. But let's go over it. What do you want to go over though? Let's see. Well, everyone's leaving. There's only 4 of you guys now. NVIDIA. 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 Alright, we're in the YouTube version already. I'm not gonna look too deep into it. There's more data, in the past, but if we're using recent data, you have support at 185. See that? You have support at 185. Some action at 193. Some resistance at 204 and 213. So today you got rejection at 204. Let's say 205 to be, estimating. Rejection at 205. Seems like the gaps are really big. $10 swings, $9 swings. Yeah, 205 rejection. If it could break above it, it could climb back to 213. So break over 205, you can get back to 213 to 222. If it can't break over 205, it'll continue to trade in between this area. It'll continue to trade in this area. So it could easily drop back down to 193 in this current market atmosphere. And under 193, you got 185. See 185 right here? 185. But yeah, so you got 185 on NVIDIA, 193, 205, 213, 222. Those are your levels. So trade based on what you see. Ideally, you do not want to trade in between. So you do not want to trade NVIDIA because you don't know where it's going when it's like in between here, like in the middle of nowhere, not at resistance or support. You want to trade it when it's down here or when it's up here. You could short up here or you can go long up here to here, or you could short back down. Here, that's support. You can long it or you can short of it if it breaks. That's your goal. You want to see support and resistance broken or held or rejection. So you want to see it break up or break down or rejection or support. All right, there's 5 of us now, not just 4. So somebody joined back. If you guys don't have any more questions, we will end it. So I'll give you guys like 1 second to put a question up. Joking. Yeah, if you have a question, post it in the next 30 seconds, or I'm about to drink my tea and call it a night. I'm about to post these NVIDIA levels in our chat room so other traders who missed this could use it. So we said NVIDIA. We went over NVIDIA in our YouTube session. If you are trying to trade it, here are the levels. We said 13. We said 222. 222, 213. What was it? 205. 205. 193. And then 180. Or rounded to 186. 186. Ideally, make a trade at resistance or support for a breakout or a breakdown. Easiest trade right now is to just short resistance, or no, easiest trade right now is to just trade major levels for breakout or breakdown. Haha. We'll try to do it as often as we can when there's, enough action to go over. Maybe we'll go over the next one. We'll go over on Saturday or Sunday for the action from Wednesday to Friday. Um, but yeah, it really does help. For example, NVIDIA traders, we just I don't really trade NVIDIA that often, so I don't have the levels memorized. But going over it with you guys just now, I can now trade NVIDIA if I wanted to. So if we see those levels on NVIDIA, we can make a trade on it. And or if you guys see the levels, give the group a call out um, to watch it, to trade it, or just call out and maybe one of us will see it, or I'll see it and we can make a trade on it. But I don't trade NVIDIA regularly, so I'm not usually looking at it. So you know, but I guess I could move it up the watch list since we went over it, and the levels look pretty solid from what I can see on the daily. As you guys can see, it's respecting the levels pretty well. See it? See the action at the levels? It's respecting the levels pretty well. You know what? Since we did go over this, I will move it up and keep an eye on it. We will move it up under. We'll move it under SQ. Yeah, I'll leave it right there. Make it my top 15. One more thing. Spy's been fading a lot because of fucking Goldman. GS. Look at this. Spy started fading a lot because of Goldman Sachs. Look at these huge sell candles. I had a short idea on it. Had it broke what was the level? Right here. I had an idea where it broke on the 211 it was gonna slide, which it did. It slid really fast to 205. That's like a 3% drop. But I'm usually watching QQQ, Spy, Amazon, Netflix, so and sometimes Tesla. So stocks like this I lose track of unless you guys shout it out. Sometimes that helps a lot, to catch a trade idea. But like I said, trade what you trade best. Trade what you know best. What else is there to show you guys? Apple. We went over Apple weeks ago. Did perfect on those levels. Um, if it breaks under 290, if it stays under 290, 192, it's going to 186. Uh, these are the top ones I usually look at. Here's SQ. SQ is an interesting one. Um, SQ we shorted this the other day. Remember we shorted 72.50, made a 30% gain out of it. It went to 269 as I predicted. Seems like it's holding it. If it does hold it, we can do a nice swing trade all the way to 79. Because you guys know SQ is a freaking momentum mover. When it rips, it rips. It was actually up almost 3% today. So support at 69, resistance 72.50, another resistance at 75.50. If it breaks that, it blows up to 79 to 81. So that's something I will also post for the group. Um, yeah, that's basically all. One last one, I guess. Tesla. We missed the short, man. I called it out, forgot about it, but it did rev back up today. If it gets back up here again, like 350 area, I will short that shit. A long short, actually. Give it some time to work. Because it could easily slide all the way back down to 333. That's about a $20 drop, which is about a 6-7% drop in the stock. Option wise, that's a huge trade. So watch that too. Matter of fact, yeah, I'll move SQ up too. Move the video up too. I typed it in the chart channel. Alright, guys, that's it for tonight. Have a good night. How do I end this?